Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you guys know, we are in the midst of our circuit breaker / lockdown right now. So I'm filming this from my own home. If the audio or the lighting is weird or whatever, give me a break, okay? It's the best that I can do. Anyway, with the whole coronavirus! Sorry, I just had to. This Cardi B coronavirus voice, right? It's like freaking stuck in my head. Coronavirus! Randomly, I'm just like peeing or whatever, it just suddenly comes into my head. Okay, I can't do it very well, okay? But anyway, back to coronavirus. I guess everyone is very scared of getting the virus right now, and Singapore just made wearing masks mandatory for everyone. But you know what? Around the world, there might be people without a mask, or maybe they just want some extra protection from the coronavirus. So they have came up with creative ways to combat the virus by DIYing their own like masks or whatever. So today I'm going to be reacting to some of these more creative ways of preventing the coronavirus, giving them points for creativity and effectiveness. So let's go! Coronavirus! Okay, let's start. Oh my god. This guy is going like supermarket shopping. He's having all these what looks like pool noodles that are just surrounding his head like a giant propeller blade. Creativity wise, I think I'll give him an 8. Because it's actually kind of tough, right? To find a material, right, that is actually lightweight enough to put on your head. Effectiveness wise, I think I will only give him a 4. Because, right, this thing will kind of help with social distancing because people would think that you are super weird. They wouldn't want to go near to you, but at the same time, you are exposed to the air. If somebody coughs in your vicinity or something like that, right, you will probably still get it lah because he's not wearing a mask ma. Okay, so this guy is in a full-on scuba diving gear, complete with oxygen tank. Okay, I know we are laughing at him now, but we wouldn't be laughing, right, if it's proven that the virus is actually airborne. It could be. I saw some article that says that it can go up to like 4 meters. There's no saying, right, how far a person can cough. The saliva can actually speed very, very far. I got to give it to him. Creativity-wise, I'll just give him a 4. Kiasuness-wise, wow, this is like next level because he doesn't even want to breathe the air that other people is breathing. Effectiveness-wise, this one I've got to give it to him. I would say that it's probably a 10 upon 10. And on top of that, for social distancing-wise, right, this is actually really quite effective as well because most people would not want to go near to him because he also looks like a super weird weirdo. This guy is dressed up as a green Power Ranger in the Singapore bus. Okay, so this was actually taken 3 years ago before the COVID-19 situation, so it's not a real response. But I would say that as a mask or something to wear during the current coronavirus situation, not a bad one. It is pretty fully covered. Creativity wise, I'll just give it a 2 lah because it's just a costume that you can buy. Effectiveness, probably an 8 because he is covered with his eyes and his mouth, everything is covered. But on the downside, right, because you're dressed up as a Power Ranger, children might actually come up to you and want to play with you because they think maybe you are a mascot or like they want to take photos with you and stuff. So that's not very good for social distancing. Yeah. Okay, so this woman is inside a Zorb ball. I just want to digress a little bit. I've always wondered when I watch these like zombie apocalypse movies, what I would do to prevent the zombies from hurting me. I thought that the best idea that I came up with was to constantly hide inside a human-sized hamster ball. Because when you're inside a hamster ball, right, the zombies cannot bite you and you can still like be mobile and go around. If you need to pee and shit, just do it inside the ball. Like, whenever it's safe, then you open the cage out and you can get out, you know? So yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. So this woman clearly thought of the same thing and she's inside a Zorb ball to go shopping. I would say creativity wise, I'll give her probably an 8. That's pretty damn creative. Effectiveness, I'll probably give her an 8. Yeah, but at some point she'll run out of oxygen, so she has to come out. And you know what else is a con for this? The fact that she's actually going shopping inside there. It's not like you can grab anything. Then the moment you come out, it's like then it's pointless already. So there's like zero protection there. But on the plus side, social distancing, definitely, because nobody can even go near you. So this guy is just wearing a bra as a mask. He's an old man and he's completely nonchalant about it. He's just like, huh? What's the big deal? Creativity wise, I gotta give him probably a 6, 7. Probably other people have thought of this, maybe. Effectiveness, probably a 2. The mask probably not made of a good enough material. However, I would say that it does look pretty comfortable because the bra already has a cup. And on the plus side, you get to smell your wife's boob. Okay, let's go to the next one. Greta Thunberg will scold you. You waste so much plastic. You. Creativity, gotta give this person maybe a 6, I would say. Effectiveness, I'm not sure. It looks like there's still an opening for the face. So I would give this probably a 2. For social distancing, this will probably work pretty well because definitely looks like somebody I want to avoid. I would say this is pretty good because it definitely prevents you from touching your face. Creativity wise, I'll give these people a 3 because people have been wearing snorkel gear. This one is like quite full protection against your eyes as well as your mouth. You can't touch your face. You look like a weirdo, so people will avoid you. On the plus side, if you ever feel like seeing some fishes underwater, you can just go and dive in because you already have your snorkel gear on. So why not, right? This Chinese woman actually shows up at the hospital in an inflatable giraffe costume. Oh, look carefully, inside she's still wearing goggles, so she's like super well protected. This one, creativity, I gotta give it to her, okay? Probably a 9. She seems very well protected. I would say the effectiveness is probably a 8. The cons of this is that it looks very uncomfortable, and just like the green Power Ranger, I guess children might come near to her. Probably not very good. This next one is an Italian man wearing a giant cardboard circle to enforce social distancing. I think this is really creative. I love it so very much. I will give him a 9 upon 10 for creativity. Hey, he kind of looks like the pool noodle guy lor. Maybe it's the same guy, I don't know. But I would say this is actually more effective than the pool noodle one because his circle is a lot bigger. On the plus side, this definitely does enforce social distancing because you definitely cannot go near to him. Also, this can be used as a table. So if he feels like eating somewhere, right? You know in Singapore, government say you cannot dine out ma. So you can only tapao, so he can tapao the food, put it in front of you. Effectiveness wise, I would say this is really good for social distancing. Maybe I'll give him a 5 because good for social distancing but it doesn't cover his mouth. Oh, okay. So this is really good for people who are, you know, like Uber drivers and stuff like that because this one is a makeshift little shield inside a car. Creativity wise, this one I gotta give him probably a 7. He did quite a good job. He even made sure that his passenger still has the aircon like exposed. On the plus side, like yeah, nobody can really sneeze on you. You cannot sneeze on anyone. It's clear, so I think for driving wise, it's probably still pretty safe. And on top of that, he can still get his aircon. He can do most of the things that he needs. So I actually think that all the like private hire cars and taxis should have this thing for the bus drivers as well. The effectiveness, I would say, is probably 8 maybe? Yeah, not bad. Okay, so this one is a dad wearing what looks like a spacesuit, full on like tear gas kind of mask. It is a little bit sad lah because I'm looking at this and it's like, you know, for parents it's very scary because you like if your infant gets coronavirus, right, you actually will be separated from your child and your child will have to be taken care of by the state, which is very horrifying. So I would say creativity wise, I'll probably give him a 7, and he created this pot from scratch lah, so I'll give it to him. And then on top of that, effectiveness, probably a 8 or 9, not bad. Okay, I needed to look carefully at this for a little minute because it's like it's not very obvious what it is. So he's having a pot lid, those frying pan pot lid inside his hoodie. I would say creativity, I'll probably give him a freaking 10 lah because I really never would have thought about this, okay? Effectiveness wise, probably not bad, probably a 7. It looks quite comfortable as well. The only bad thing is I think it might actually fall out of the hoodie. So yeah, not bad. He's wearing what is like those dogs one, okay? So I've actually seen comics of this one happening. The dogs are just like, well, you wear this now. Creativity wise, not bad. Probably give him 5. Yeah, and I think it's quite effective as well. Maybe a 4 because it's still exposed at the top now. So this person is dressed up as the coronavirus. Creativity wise, this one I'll give it an 8. Actually, I think it's quite effective because it really makes you look like a weirdo and it's quite fully covered with like multiple face coverings. So effectiveness, probably 7. Looks like it's pretty well covered on the face. This guy is just wearing a freaking onion. People are always saying the Russians do really weird shit, and I'm starting to believe that it's actually true. Once the virus is over, I'm going to go to Russia to see whether they're really as crazy as people say they are. Creativity, gotta give it to him. This I'll give him a 9 because it's fucking stinky, dude. Like, why? Effectiveness, probably a 2. What is this nonsense? This person is like cooking rice while freaking giant ass cabbage leaf on the face. Very creative. This one probably an 8 for creativity. Effectiveness 0. Oh my god, this poor auntie, damn funny. She's using a sponge. As far as alternatives go, I think this one probably quite breathable, right? Like, so quite creative. Give her a 6 for creativity, and effectiveness probably a 2. Uncle, what are you doing? He's using cup noodles as a cover, and he looks very pleased with himself for coming out with that. Okay lah, uncle, I give you a 6 for creativity. Effectiveness, I give you a 1. Probably not effective at all. Okay, so we've come to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching all these people get really creative with their coronavirus masks. We are all stuck at home right now, and you know, it's a difficult time for many of us. So hopefully this video brought a little bit more lightheartedness into your life. However, right, you know, in Singapore it's like mandatory to wear a mask when you go out now. So I don't know if any of these actually count as proper masks to the authority. Just wear a normal mask lah, okay? Thank you very much for watching, guys. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!